Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I am thriving. It's true. I am thriving, and I wanted to make this live about blessings because I know the more we spend our energy and our time and our attention focused on whatever, the more of that thing we get. So I'm like, I love being blessed. Let's keep being blessed. And I didn't really have a topic for this live because I knew I was going to come live here on Saturday. And then my cousin invited me to watch the Serena Williams play at the United States Open. Literally my first time ever seeing tennis played professionally live. And it was with the Serena Williams. And I remember I was on Instagram like 2 days ago, flipping through stories, and I saw one story of a woman who was actually like at probably the US Open. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Like, it was those like little thoughts. Oh, wow, that's cool. And then I saw a friend's story where she had the clip of Serena where they were asking, the interviewer asked her, like, are you used to playing at this? Like, are you surprised at the level you're playing at? And she was just like, and the whole crowd laughed. And I like watched that like on repeat, like 10 times, just like soaking in her excellence. And I just left it at that. I didn't think anything of it. And truly, not 48 hours later, I was the one in the audience soaking up Serena's excellence live, cheering for her live. It never occurred to me that I would be cheering for her live in real life. It literally felt like a VR experience. I feel so, so blessed. And so, yeah, I just want to talk about blessings. I want to try to share your blessings in the chat so we can just be in the good energy of amazing things happening to us. And I also want to share like some of the things that I think have helped me stay in a really blessed energy in case that can help y'all. Hi, Celia girl. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's such a good clip, right? It's because she genuinely finds the question funny. She's not being like facetious, like ha ha ha. She's being like, what? And then everyone's like, of course, that's such a silly question. She's the best. She is actually the best. And what I really was blown away by this experience was that there's things that are in our realm of possibility, and there's things that are dreams. And then there's things that we don't even think to dream about because they are outside of what we would even dream. And the experience and how quickly it came into my life. And of course, y'all, for free, I was like, oh, there are dreams and experiences and incredible blessings that could happen to me that are not even on my radar, and they are making their way to me. And I was reading good old Law of Attraction. I was reading one of the like sister books. Hi, Sade. Hi, Martine. Hi, Ethua. Ah, such beautiful names. I can tell the group is beautiful. Like I can tell y'all energy is just like if we were all in a row together, I'd be like, wow, I love having pretty friends. Hey Danelle girl. Yeah, I was reflecting on something that I was reading in this book, and it said it was something along the lines of like, it doesn't matter where you're starting. Like, it is not hard to go from where you are to where you want to be. Like, it really just doesn't matter. And it's one thing to like know that as a theoretical idea, but then to really be truly minding my business, reading my book, living my best life. I live such a comfortable, easy life. I'm very, very blessed. And the next thing I know, I'm cheering my butt off for Serena. I was just like, yeah. And it wasn't even something I had thought about or efforted about. It was just like, oh, wow, she's great. And just sent out good love to her and kept doing my thing. Next thing I know, I'm in the crowd. So truly, it really is about staying in those good vibes. Hi, Amani. So I think there's been a few, of course, all the healing journey, do all the crying, all the weeping. That's the foundation. But one thing new that I've done in my routine is first I go to bed in a good energy, thinking about my hopes and dreams, feeling good, feeling blessed, feeling grateful. And then when I wake up, I start like with a conversation with God and just talk to God and talk about my hopes and dreams and get in a really positive, lovely vibration. And then what I do is I do a series of affirmations. And I used to like have to write them down. I used to have them on my phone. I used to just like read them out, and it was much more like strict how I would do them. And now I just do them as they sort of like come to my spirit. So my favorite one is I bless everyone I meet, and everyone I meet blesses me. But I also have ones like, I breathe in abundance. And I just do like, mm, yes, yes, we love it. And I have like, Every pore in my being emanates light. Every atom of my being vibrates with peace. Like I just pour these things on me and I just feel it until I say good. I'm like still in bed. I'm just like stretching, stretching. And I wear an eye mask to go to sleep. So like I'm still in the darkness, the relative darkness, as I'm doing all of this. And then I always like to end it by saying something involving the word light. So maybe I'll say like, and my whole life is full of light. And that's when I'll like take off the eye mask and like open up my eyes and just have all this light like pour into my system. And it always makes me giggle, which I think is a very good sign. And then the second part is I bring my laptop. I usually do the laptop because it's easier and there's less distractions compared to my phone. I go to my laptop, I open up my Spotify, and I pick a song that I know will make me dance. And the moment I leave my bed and take my feet and put them on the ground, I am dancing. So I literally start my day. I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 days now. I literally start my day with dancing. And it is such an incredible way to start your, because I make a song I love. So I'm already just like, yes, yes. And I'm just like getting like heated, not sweaty, but like heated. And it's just incredible. And I've been doing it for the last week. And I think, I mean, of course, all the healing, all the weeping, all the crying, do all that stuff. But I think this difference of bringing a dance into my day, because it's something I love to do and it's something I'm good at, and starting my day with that has been really powerful. And I feel really grateful because I went to this ecstatic dance event here in the city. It's only my second one ever. I went to one back in LA on the beach. I don't know if y'all know what ecstatic dance is, but I think it's really just there's just dancing. Like you just here to have a good time. And generally speaking, it tends to like not be alcoholic. So it's just like people vibing and just like being in nature. And I don't feel self-conscious. And I think there's less self-consciousness because the point is like we're all here to good time. We're all here to have a good time. We're all here to love on each other, dance under the moon, that kind of vibe. And so I had a friend invite me to one like a couple of weeks ago. And what I love is I'm now saying like I don't drink anymore. Like that truly is a past tense version of me. So I'm like, yeah, I don't drink. And so it was nice to be in a space where everybody was truly just here to dance. And I love to dance. And that like reawakened something in me, especially because I used to associate dancing with like clubbing. So like wearing the hot outfit, getting a little intoxicated in some way, being in groups of people, like dancing up on men, like that more kind of grimy kind of energy, which is fine, which is fun. And I would like dance like in my own room and stuff when the spirit moved me, but it wasn't so much a part of my life. And I feel like ecstatic dancing and being like fully sober, like in the light, like it wasn't dark, like it was fully lit, and just the vibes were good. And I was just like, yeah, I can just. And I think what got me is while I was there, I felt like I was just dancing in my room, and I was like, I can just do that. Like I could. There's nothing stopping me. And that was a real game changer. I'm actually going to like another dancing event this afternoon. So I'm really making it a part of my life, y'all. So I'm just giving that to y'all as something you can consider adding into your routine. If you want something like first thing in the morning to like get you in a really beautiful space. Hi, Natasha. Thank you. I love my hair. Yeah. I actually recently, I guess not, maybe like a couple of weeks ago, but I dyed it and I had like these patches of darkness. And every time I dye my hair, it doesn't look exactly how I think it's gonna look, but I'm always fine. I'm always like, I love it. And when it's something that I'm like, oh, I could fix it, I'm always like, okay, in a couple of days I'll fix it. And then I never, ever do. And that happened again. And now it's all kind of growing in dark again. So I'm like, I'll just give it another week, dye it again. I am really excited. There's two things I'm most excited about. One is getting blonde box braids. So I'm excited to grow my hair out like maybe 2 more months and I'll be able to do that style. And the second thing is winter in New York City. I know a lot of people don't like the cold. And I think it's because I've only lived somewhere once where I actually had to shovel the sidewalk. So I do not associate snow with labor. I also never owned a car. So I don't associate snow with like shoveling the stuff off my car and having to save a parking spot, none of that. So I just think of the beauty and I think of how quiet it gets. And so the thing I'm most excited about is to be walking in the snow and it's like very like the hush of snowfall. And then I like duck into a cafe and I get a warm cup of tea and I'm just like, the little shiver you do, you're just like, as you drink your tea. That's the thing I'm literally the most excited about in my life. So I just want to share that with y'all. And I'd love if you want to share in the comments the big and small things you're really excited about and the big and small blessings including incredible hair and beautiful skin and getting to see Serena Williams play live, which is really, really insane. Hi, Pearl. Are you Pearl from the Instagram? How you doing, girl? Oh, it's your first time catching me live. Yeah, I really just get on here and then I talk nonstop for about 30 minutes. Usually I say something usually I say something profound. And then I engage with y'all and then I head over to Patreon and we chat and it's actually more of a conversation. And then I continue about my day. So it's a fun time. Let me know what's on your spirit, Pearl. Um, so Leah's agreeing with me about how smart it is to start your day with movement. Yes. Be curious to know if y'all have any morning routines and things that you really enjoy doing. See, the US Open was wild. I think my favorite thing is like not paying money for things. And it was interesting because I experienced the genuine detachment. So my cousin, it was with my cousin, her husband, and my would it be cousin-in-law? So his sister. And so they were already in the city and going there separately. So we were meeting there. And so I got there, I'm like waiting for them, they're in traffic, whatever. And I'm just like minding my business, answering voice notes, whatever, seeing the crowds kind of come and go. And the thing is, we all know Serena, we all know Venus, uh, Anna Kournikova, maybe Pete Sampras. We like I know these people, and I've seen tennis, but y'all, I don't know. I don't follow tennis. I didn't even really know there was anything tennis going on until I was just on Instagram 2 days ago. So it truly wasn't even on my radar. And I've also never. It just never occurred to me to see a game live. So it just really wasn't a part of my lifestyle. And so while I was there, I was like, "Oh, this is really cool because it's Serena, like, that's just cool." But I was like, "And y'all know I love to take a nap. Y'all I love to be home." So I was like, "If something happens, because I didn't have a ticket, it was my cousin's husband who had the ticket. So I was like, "If something happens where I can't get in, I will go home." Like, I will have no problem. Because I also took a nap. I took a nap right before I left, and it was the kind of nap where I wanted to keep sleeping, but I was like, "No, no, this is more important. This will be more fun. Let me go ahead and do it." But when you leave a nap, there's a part of you that is like, "Damn, I kind of wish I was still sleeping." So I was standing in that line, and I was like, but he sent me the ticket, like screenshot of the ticket, and he was like, "Call me if it doesn't work." And I was going to, but I was like, also, I might, well, maybe just go home and just keep sleeping. And that level of detachment where I wasn't like, "This has to work. I gotta make it." I was just like, I mean, it's dope if it happens. It's dope if I get to go home and sleep. I think that supported, like there was no resistance to the experience. It really was just like, this is truly a blessing, but my whole life is a blessing. The nap is also a blessing. I have the same energy towards all the things I get to do. And I think that was really interesting to experience that there are some things that we all want that we feel we want it really bad and we attach a lot of our value to having these things. And there's some things that other people would feel that way about, but we're just like, I mean, it's cool. And so because there's no resistance, we get it. And we're like, yeah, that was cool. And it's interesting that like it probably takes practice, but now that I've experienced having that detachment, I'm gonna try to bring that same energy into everything I want, where it's like, it's cool if I get it, it's cool if I don't. Either way, I'm blessed. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Simone. Stephanie is saying, "You're doing some crafts and you're listening." Stephanie, what kind of crafting are you doing? You're definitely making something because that's the nature of crafting. I actually just bought, I'm so excited, y'all. I bought some elastic. So I'm finally gonna make some pants. I'm gonna make some shorts. I actually have the fabric from this dress that I've been wearing for a while, like in the summer, but then I haven't been wearing it lately. So I already cut it up and I'm gonna turn it into like a top and shorts. If you're on my Instagram, you'll see it before and after. What I really appreciate about sewing too is that I'm usually just doing stuff with clothes that I haven't been wearing. So I keep turning basically pants into shorts, but then I'm wearing them. Like the pair of shorts that I wore yesterday to the open, to the open. You gotta get used to the lifestyle. You gotta get used to the wealth, so it just feels natural. So I just went and saw, my cousin Serena girl, my good friend Serena Williams play. Um, Also, anyway, I wore a pair of jeans that I cut into a pair of shorts, and they were great. Also, we sat behind Neve from that show Catfish, and I've never seen an episode of Catfish, but I've seen GIFs from that show Catfish. And let me know in the comments, but it seems like a real toxic ass show. And we sat behind him, and I did not recognize him because why would I? But then the people with me did, and so we got a selfie. So if you want to see a selfie with me and the guy from Catfish, that's also on my Instagram. And what was also interesting is that, of course, there were like celebrities there. So like Sierra and Russell Wilson were there, and like Bella Hadid was there, and Gail King was there, and it was interesting the different energy people brought to having their face be on the jumbotron. Some people were just like, yes, it's me. Some people were like, being friendly. Some people were just being, extra. And then sitting behind Neve, who kept trying to like do his thing to get on the jumbotron, as we all were. We all want to have our little 15 minutes. I was thinking about my YouTube career, and I was like, is that the level of notoriety I want, where like I'm minding my business at the US Open and someone behind me taps my shoulder and is like, "Hey, are you from that TV show? Can I get a selfie?" Which is literally what I did for this guy, me. Um, or do I want to be at the level where I'm also minding my business and my face is just straight up on the jumbotron? I'm just like, and I'm like, "Would Thomas Hupel be on the jumbotron?" He's truly my marker. I'm like, I want that's the kind of career. It's not exactly, but in terms of like the spiritual work, that's very much the kind of career I want. And I'm like, no one would recognize it. Nobody would recognize that man. If he was at the US Open, the Jumbotron would not come to him. And the people who knew who he was would mind their business and be like, let that man live. And I think that's very much close to the vibe I want. Oh, Martine is saying the pic with Neve is beautiful. Martine, why do you love his show? Why do you love a show about people pretending to be other people so that other people fall in love with them? And then later we find out that it's all a lie. What about that like calls to your spirit? No judgment. I'm genuinely curious. What part of your spirit is like, yes, I need to watch this. I need to watch this every week. I need this is appointment TV for me. I put this in my calendar. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Amani is saying that she loves some naps. Incredible taste, Amani, as always. And you want to live. I want to live, but lay down at the same time. Honestly, that's what resonates the most. A lot of it resonates, but what resonates the most with me about the like law of attraction stuff from the side of like Abraham Hicks and Esther Hicks and all that stuff is that the idea of contrast is not between something really good and something really bad. It's between like, oh, I'm really content right now. Like, this is so nice. Like, I wouldn't mind having like a little extra something to do. And then like, wow, like this is great, but I'm kind of busy. Like, I wish we could just quiet down just a little bit. Like, it's like those are the two poles. It's just like, wow, this is great, but I'm a little tired to like, ah, I'm really rested. I want a little bit more excitement. And it's been really fun. Like, I feel like more of my life is that where truly I live such a relaxed life that I have had moments lately where I'm like, yeah, I'd like to go out. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. And then I have plans. I'm like, damn, I really got to stop napping so I can take this train. And that's the life I chose. This is the burden I have to bear is that sometimes my naps get cut off. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that that's my life. Um, do I watch Chimdi? What entertains? Are you asking me what kind of shows do I watch? I actually do watch a lot of reality TV, but it's all the reality TV that's people being good at things and making things. So Great British Bake Off, one of my faves. I just watched that makeup show, The Glow Up on Netflix. I watched Blown Away, the one about glass blowers. So I love watching people who are really good at things be really good at things and then just be like, wow, people are so talented. Like that's the energy I want to have when I'm watching something is just impressed. I'm just like, wow, this is great. This is beautiful. One of my favorite shows of all time is Abstract, the art of design. And my favorite episode of that show is the one with the architect. And he's got buildings that he's built here in New York. And so literally I'm gonna like go and take a trip to one of the buildings and just like gently caress it and like quietly weep is my plan. Just to have my hand up against the building, like this is so beautiful. It's the one with the triangle. I think it's 57 West or something like that. It's this triangle building. It looks so cool. And I'm just like, wow, art, talent. Also, I think for my birthday, I'm gonna go to the redwoods in California with them big ass trees. And similarly, my vision is to just walk up to a tree and just like put my arms up against it and just quietly sob and just be like, this is so beautiful. Nature is so beautiful. This tree is so old. That's all I want out of life. I want that, and I also want private jets and US Opens and luxury and all these things. But yeah, I get it. I get that lay down versus live urge. So Pearl Ambrose, I want to say Ambrosia, but Pearl Ambrose is saying what's on her spirit is how grateful you are for how I am being me. Yes. Okay. Oh, you're new on your journey of healing trauma. Congratulations. Truly, we could all not do it and pass our trauma on to the next generation. And every one of us who's like, no, it stops with me, we are heroes. So, seriously, congratulations. And seeing me makes me know what's possible. Yay! And you're Nigerian. Yay! I love this for us. Yeah, especially lately because I've been putting up more content and it's a lot less, I think, clickbaity. Though I've got a few coming out, but I think are a little bit more clickbaity. My views aren't as high as they've been historically. And so part of me wants to be like, oh no, Chimpy, your YouTube is failing. Another part of me is like, it's fine. It's so nice feeling that way about YouTube. YouTube used to stress me out. Y'all remember if y'all been here for a while, I used to come out here stressed, like spending 16 hours editing videos. Just, I'm so glad that's not my life anymore. Um, but when I hear comments from people who are like, no, like you sharing your story, you like showing up as yourself, you being honest and vulnerable, it really makes a difference. I'm like, okay, I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm doing the work I'm supposed to be doing. Also, being a creative coach helps a lot too, because I get paid a lot. Creative coaching, aka I pay myself a lot because I love myself. And it's nice to just make a lot of money. Making money, y'all. This was a shift for me. And one of my clients actually said it to me, and it was such a beautiful mindset shift. She was like, making money is fun. And I was like, it is fun. It is fun, especially when it's easy. And now I only do the easy money, y'all. Like, I was thinking about this opportunity that I'm no longer doing, and it would have paid me $1,000 for a week. And now I did a recent thing where I was being paid by the hour and I got paid 750 for an hour. And I'm like, yes. Yes, God, thank you. I'm only interested in easy money. I'm only interested in being myself. Y'all know this. Y'all know me. I'm interested in being myself, showing up, smiling, energy, love, bringing in the light. And people are like, wow, here's hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, thank you. This is a fair trade. And that's the thing is I had to internally get to the point where I was comfortable saying, this feels good. This is right. This is fair. This is beautiful. What a blessing. And I just vibrate at that level and more things keep coming in where I'm just making easy money. And that's also why I'm not stressing about YouTube because I'm just like, it's supposed to be easy. If I'm pouring into YouTube and it's hurting me, that means it's not helping. Like it needs to feel good when I'm doing it. And that's how I know that good things are coming as a result. And as YouTube is getting easier and easier, I feel even more confident that it's going to become like more and more successful because of how good it feels. And that's also the other thing from like the Abraham Hicks law of attraction approach is that truly we can use how we feel to gauge whether or not a thought we just thought is aligned with our higher self. So if we think something and we start to feel bad about it, and I think a key thing I've learned is like, if something is persistent, that means we need to do the inner healing work to release it. But if we're just like minding our business and we like see someone or we have a thought that springs up that just doesn't make us feel good, that means it's not aligned. So we need to pick a thought that feels better and keep going on that direction. And I didn't realize it was that simple. But now I'm feeling a lot better about YouTube. And now I'm like, oh, the success is inevitable because I feel good about it. And there's a creator, I don't know if I mentioned this anecdote on my channel before, but Lynette Atkins, she mentioned in one of her videos that her channel started to grow when she just started, like, stopped taking it so seriously and just like relaxed about it. And I remember watching that and being like, okay, let me try to relax about YouTube. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, I literally have like 3 videos in the queue. I've got 2 or 3 more to edit. I asked you all, I had that post where I asked y'all what questions y'all had. Y'all gave me so many. So now I like every day have like multiple videos to make. It's just easy. And I'm like, yeah, life is supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be hard. And it's such a game changer. So I really want that for everyone to just realize, like, oh, this is dope. Life is dope. Sun is shining. I'm dancing. I start my day with dance, with music. My hair looks great. Like things are good. I am Liz is asking me if I'm a Virgo. I love two. I am a Scorpio. The sexiest of the signs. And I have a Libra moon and a Capricorn sun, question mark. And so whenever I'm on like the Instagram accounts that do the little horoscopes, I read all 3 and they usually are all aligning. I also only read content that says I'm great and I'm prospering and I'm thriving. So if I start reading it and it says like, you really going through it, I'm like, nope, can't relate, can't relate. I'm only thriving, y'all. I'm only thriving. Healing with Art is saying, yes, there's a book called Relax into Wealth. Hold on, let me pull up my library account right now so I can add that to it. Yes, relax into wealth. Yes, yes. When you realize that you can choose things in life, then it becomes insane to choose anything but happiness and joy and relaxing into wealth. Relax into wealth. Yep. Let's see. No, they don't have it. They don't have it. Dang. All right. So I just got $100 an Amazon gift card because that's my lifestyle, and I might buy it. Let me know if is it worth purchasing it on a Kindle, or should I request that my library get it and then download it and read it for free. Also, I'm still using the California library. I really need to get a New York City library card. Natasha is saying, I've been trying to just relax, but these bills are saying hustle, hustle. How do I get to that point in a society that's so capitalized? I'm thinking about like you opening up a bill and it's like, work, work. And you're like, oh, okay, fine. Fine, I'll do it. Truly do what you do anyway that is of value and then charge people for it. I think that's really the answer. Like I used to do lives and there would be one person. I've done lives and there's been no people. And I've just been like, hey y'all, and it's me. And now here y'all are, and it's a treat. But I was doing this anyway. And a lot of the opportunities I've gotten to have, it's stuff that I genuinely love doing anyway. And people are like, oh, you're really good at this. And I'm like, yes. And they're like, here's some money. And I'm like, thank you. So whatever you already love to do, keep doing it, because that way you spend more of your time feeling good. And the more you spend time feeling good, the more things will attract to you that make you feel good. And it's inevitable that that will pay you if you have healed all your money stuff. So you have to decide how much of your money stuff you've got. So like for me, I think I have a video about this coming out, but I talk about like I believe that you couldn't be rich and go to heaven. So I believe like only poor people make it to heaven. Like that's capitalism. That's like talk about power and control. Golly. There's that Bible story where like there's the 2 people who give money to the church and one person gives all of the money. And it's like, well, they're already rich, so it doesn't matter. And the other person has no money, but they give like a penny. And it's like, your penny was more important because you're poor. And I think there's another message, which is like, the ratio, yeah, if I have a lot, it means little to give a lot because I got a lot. Like it's fine. Like it's not costing me anything. But I think the way that story was taught was like truly like, let's venerate poverty. Let's venerate not having enough. But when we think about God, how I think about God, my God is abundant. My God, like this sun shines all motherfucking day. Like this sun is always the air. There's always air to breathe. These trees, these flowers, these birds, like when I look around at nature, I see nothing but abundance and luxury and balance. So why would I think my God would be anything but that when I look at what God has created? And so I really shifted a lot of my belief systems tied to money. I also had personal family trauma stuff around money, like seeing the poverty my parents grew up in, and they were immigrants and they came from the war in Nigeria, like all of that stuff. So doing the inner work to release and heal around feeling as if there wasn't enough. And I had to work really hard to take care of the family, even as a kid. When I let all of that go and I stepped into like, no, I'm abundant and it's supposed to be that way. I'm incredible. Everything I do blesses people. All of my work heals people. When I started to really feel that, now I spend more time doing those things that feel good. And then I am saying, like, yeah, and pay me for it because it's worth it. People like, okay. And it's like, great. And everyone wins. Like, I think that's a big thing with capitalism is that there's this story that buying and selling is inherently wrong. Like, we should just be trading shit, which is fine. But like, with that mindset, even if you have a skill and talent that people would pay you money for, you feel like it's wrong to do that, even though someone would happily pay you money to do it. So releasing that has been huge. And it takes a lot of crying. So you really need to be ready to weep. All right, y'all, we're at the half hour. I'm going to hop over to the Patreon. We're going to have a real conversation over there. Have a beautiful Saturday. It's patreon.com/chimdi if you want to hang out. And I'll see y'all on my channel with many more videos. And then a week after next, should be back. Okay. Bye.